Hey girl, hey, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Misha. Thank you guys for joining me yet again for another review. We are back with a brand new review for Black Ink Crew Chicago. If you are new here, then welcome. I give lighthearted reviews with a little bit of laughter and a little bit of shade and a whole lot of detail. If you are back for a second or third time, then y'all welcome back. Y'all please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you get anything out of the content. I need y'all to watch this Black Ink Crew review, okay? Because if not, y'all don't have to stop. I know we're just on episode 2, but I was looking at the numbers from episode 1 and it really wasn't giving what needs to be gave. And honey, I don't want to waste your time or mine. But y'all, let's get into it if we gonna get into it. So when the episode first opens up, Ryan and his ex-friend Anthony, they're still having a face-to-face, right? Now let me just say this before we proceed. Ryan, you're a boy, okay? You're ignorant. Like, how can you sit in this man's face and yell and make this entire apology, if we can even call it apology or whatever it is you're doing, about you? You don't give a damn about Anthony. You don't care about him. All you care about is the fact that we the people know and Rachel knows. Let's just keep it real. You don't care anything about Anthony at all. But honey, let's proceed. So Ryan is telling him, look, it ain't just you. I effed up with Rachel, my family, everybody, and I'm sorry. It hurt me. Just because I don't show it don't mean it don't hurt. It don't hurt. You don't care about him. It don't hurt. Child, anyway. So he's telling him, if you want to swing, I'm saying I'm sorry. Well, honey, you didn't tell him to swing, though, because let me tell you something. Somebody else been and knocked your block off. Knocked your whole block off. It just shows the type of person that Anthony is. Because a lesser man would have knocked them braids to the side. And Ryan, word on the street is you ain't got no hands. I'm just saying, child. Moving forward. So he's telling him, I could be man enough now to admit it. Whole time, Anthony crying. He truly hurt this man. He truly hurt him. That man considered Ryan like a brother. Made you the godfather of his son. I could forgive you, but I would never forget, and I would never want you around me again. Yes, I said want you around me. You would never be able to get that close to me again. Because I see how you move. You a whole snake. And then you yelling. Let me tell you something. If you yell at me while you're supposedly apologizing, I'm going to shut all the way to hell down. Honey, I don't hear nothing you say. The apology is null and void. Please return to sender. Shut the hell up. I'm going to flip that table over and get up and leave. Child, you done lost your mind. So he's like, I didn't come here in his confessional. He's like, I didn't come here to repair a friendship with him. I came here to give him what he deserved as a man. No, you came to sit down on camera, okay, and give the viewing public what they deserved. You thought this was going to change our opinion of you, because let me just say this. You don't care about Anthony, because if you did, you would have had a conversation with him and an apology would have been had before Black Ink Crew started filming. That's just how I feel about it. So for me, I mean, this is the one true thing that you've said. You didn't come here to repair a friendship. You came here to try to fix Ryan, but in turn, you're looking like more of a douche. Honey, I just want to tell you that. It's giving very much a little weirdo. He's like, if we're never friends again, that's fine. Honey, I'm sure he feels the same. He's like, I know that, mistakes you make, they have consequences to it. Of course. Because when you did what you did to Rachel, you saw that she wasn't coming back. Okay. So once she decided that, you know what, this is the final straw, I'm going to pick myself up and move on. Then all of a sudden you started living reckless, but you were living reckless within your relationship anyway. I feel like all of this stemmed from Rachel not taking him back. I feel like she's that one that got away. And once he realized ain't no coming back, he started losing his mind. Honey, and Anthony, poor Anthony, honey, he was just collateral damage. That's exactly how I feel about it. But Ryan, all this every season just coming on here telling us woe is me and my life is falling apart, man. I don't want to hear it again. Okay? You're selfish, self-absorbed, self-centered, everything with self. But that's just in Ryan, okay? He only cares about what makes Ryan feels good. He could care less about any of them. So Anthony is like, why? Why did you do that? Ryan is like, you're not going to get it in one conversation. You can get up and leave, and we'll talk about it another day. Anthony, remember when he said you could swing on him? I would take that permission at this time. Child, I'm like, no, you didn't just tell this man he can get up and leave when you're supposed to be apologizing to him and you're looking him in his face and he's clearly visibly upset and you're still yelling. You are acting very much heartless in this moment. He is not one of the employees at the shop. You don't get to say when the conversation ends and how he's supposed to respond to what you're saying to him. So Anthony is still crying, and he decided they could handle it next time. Child, wouldn't be no next time with me. You would never see me again, okay? But he got up and he left, child. He's too good to be Ryan's friend. You got your apology. Take it and never revisit anything with Ryan. Moving forward, Kitty goes to meet with Drea because she needs tattoo artists. Drea used to work at Second City Ink, and y'all remember she jumped ship a little bit and went over to Ryan's shop, and then she did whatever. Her and Charmaine got into it. Charmaine was trying to blame the employees for her not having her license. Child, where they do that at? But anywho, she said Charmaine's shop basically catfished her. She was like, look, I thought I was going to be good when I came to Chicago into Second City Ink, but I mean, it was the total opposite. She's like, when they failed inspection, that was really a red flag for me. So Kitty is like, well, you need to see the new shop. It's beautiful. Girl, not that demolition site. Girl, goodbye. Well, that shop looked empty, abandoned, and it looked like it needed some TLC, honey, and some love. So that was a fool. She's like, we got everything going on. We just need artists. And right now, it's just prints. She's like, so how do you feel about coming back? Kitty said, I know how it was when you left. And Drea said it wasn't professional. So Drea was explaining to Kitty that poor management could have gotten their licenses taken. So she's not really sure. She's like, but Kitty is really selling it to me. So I might consider the possibility. Kitty has said nothing to sell you on Second City. She said it looks beautiful. So you're coming in to see the aesthetics. So what are you talking about? I haven't heard her say nothing that would sell me. Child, but anywho, honey, we know this is a production, and whoever's behind it told you to come on back to Second City, child, because it's looking like Charmaine need a staff. Moving forward, Phor and Nina and his Coolio braids, they're all at the apartment and whatnot, and she's like, let's go through the gifts. He's like, nah, my back hurt right now. I look from right here. Phor is treating her like a one-night stand he can't get rid of. He can't stand her. Charlie got her so stressed out, even her edges on her braids are stressed out. I said, poor baby, she can't even slick her sides down. Charlie's a fool. She's like, okay, well, I'll just go through them. Phor, act like you were raised right or halfway decent, honey. The baby is coming, just like you were when you laid down and made one. Okay? So she's telling him about this onesie, and she's opening it and whatnot. And she's like, yeah, so this is where you would have to change him. You could just snap this open. He's like, who? You, sir. That would be who? You are the baby's father. You are the father. Child. So he's like, why I gotta be just me? She said, I'm gonna do it too, but I'm just letting you know. She's like, it's beautiful that we're bringing a baby into the world, but we need some structure. She's like, we're far from any situationship. We are very much together. Girl, does he know? Check with him, sis. Because I mean, us as the viewing public, we're seeing it's a situationship. Okay, I'm just saying, honey. I know the pandemic, people started getting lonely and whatnot. So we were falling up in each other's DMs for no apparent reason. Sometimes when you fall into a DM, you fall into a whole baby. So, I mean, I'm feeling like that's what's going on. But maybe that's just me. Let's continue. So she says she feels like they're in an unorthodox relationship. Okay, girl. So he's saying, there are a lot of problems that we need to work out. It's like, I don't want to stress you. She, on the other hand, wants to know if she gonna be a single mother or not. Okay, and it's looking like. And they're arguing about their communication and whatnot. So they're arguing back and forth, right? So she was like, most of the issues stem from you and the things that you've done. So he's upset because she confronted him about coming in at 3:00 in the morning. She's like, you cannot come in at 3 in the morning. He's like, I don't have a curfew. I'm a grown man. I've been coming in at that time since before you met me. You knew that about me, my ninja. First of all, I don't care what kind of man I get, calling me your ninja will never be acceptable. And honey, I'm trying to use the word that is safe for the YouTube, okay? But y'all know exactly what I mean. For you to look at me and say my ninja, especially if I'm carrying your child, honey, that means you have no respect for me. Okay? You need to have some respect. So younger ladies that are watching this review, honey, older ladies, all the ladies. Okay? Let me just say this. Do not settle for any old thing. If a man is calling you bruh and bro and my ninja every 2 seconds, they have absolutely no respect for you. That is not the way you will speak to me. Honey, I mean, that's why I'm single. Because, child, if this is what you got to choose, then, child, I'm good, honey. Oh, no, ma'am. So he's like, she's an artist as well. And he said, I think she's forgetting what it's like to create. No, she's creating life. So right now, you don't need to come in at 3 in the morning. Child, shut up. So she's telling him it's not acceptable to come in when the sun comes up. Come home late. It seems you barely beat the sun. tapping my shoulder, thinking you gon' get you some. Shout out to Sunshine Anderson. Nina girl, you're gonna be doing this alone. Okay, let me just tell it to you. I'm speaking directly to you, honey. You are going to be doing this alone. So you need to move close to mama. Okay, make sure you have some support around you, because Phor is a stereotypical man creating another broken home. Okay, and the interaction between the two of them really pissed me off. I feel like if this were Nikki, then you would be all for it. But the thing that's so crazy about this is that last season, you were like, I got to figure out this is my child, bro. Because I'm going to be up there. I'm going to step up and I'm going to make sure I take care of my child, bro. You was trying to be a whole daddy to somebody that was not even your child. But then you have an actual son, someone who's going to have to look up to you, coming, and you're acting like you don't want to be bothered with her. Like, what is wrong with, like, make it make some sense. And then, if I remember correctly, you wanted to have a baby with Nikki, and Nikki was like, not my ovaries. Oh, no, sir. Honey, we will not be parking a baby in here. No, thank you. But now that you have Nina and she's pregnant, you don't want nothing to do with it because you don't like her. Okay, you don't like her. And that's just the bottom line. I understand, artists work late in the studio, but you're about to have a child, so some things need to be tweaked. So she's like, but sometimes you don't even be working. You just be going out. He's like, I'm a grown man. If I want to step out and have a drink, I can. She's like, not when your pregnant girlfriend is in bed waiting for you. He's like, I didn't know you were waiting for me. How am I know you waiting for me? She's like, what do you mean? How do you don't know I was waiting for you? She means she's waiting on you, bro. She's waiting on you, my ninja. Like, since that's the only kind of language you understand. So he tells her she needs to understand he has to adjust. He's like, this was never the plan. She's like, I'm 8 months pregnant. How much more time do you need? Forever, forever, ever, forever, ever. Shout out to Outkast. Honey, he doesn't want to be with you. I'm pretty sure that he'll help take care of the baby and he'll be, ready to co-parent and whatnot. But as far as the relationship between the two of you, honey, it's the delusions for me. Honey, it's not going to happen. He said, okay, just because you're pregnant doesn't mean I'm okay. All you're thinking about is what you got going on. No, all you're thinking about is what you have going on. For all you care about is you. That's a common thing between the men on Black Ink Crew Chicago. They all are for self. Don used to be super selfish when he was running the streets on Ashley. We all know Ryan's super selfish. Okay, that's all he care about is Ryan. And Phor, I'm just surprised at you. But child, nothing is new under the sun, child. So that's how you go. Moving forward. Before, honey, she's growing a life. You are being so selfish in this moment. He's like, we've known each other for about a year and I only knew so much about her before she got pregnant and we have differences, but I refuse to let that affect how we raise our child. A year? Honey, she been pregnant the whole time that you've known her. It takes 9+ months to cook a baby. Phor, I don't feel bad for you. You knew that before you had unprotected sex. And Nina, honey, it's on you as well. Because you should have made sure that he wore a condom. Okay, it's both of y'all. Like, y'all need to make better choices, honey. I mean, it's getting very much ridiculous. So she tells him, she's lonely. And so she starts crying. I can attest to that because being pregnant is one of the loneliest experiences I've ever had. My partner treated me the worst I've ever been treated when I was pregnant. She's like, can y'all just stop the cameras? Just stop the cameras. He's like, they ain't not gonna stop the cameras. Oh, poor baby. She not used to all this. Oh, honey, this is a fool. So he's trying to comfort her. And she's like, I just feel like I'm going through this alone. He's like, I'll give you that. I'll give you that. Ugh. So then he tells her he appreciates her, gives her a kiss and sends her on in the room to lay down. Child, it couldn't be me. Nina, you better go on, get up off this show, honey, and get somewhere and get comfortable before your baby get here. Child, stop taking these Instagram pictures like y'all still together in a happy relationship and whatnot. This just shows you, honey, that Instagram will fool you. Do y'all hear me? And Phor, you need to get it together. Moving forward. In the next scene, Ryan is at the shop and the brothers stop by. Child, now Don got this hair. I said, oh, now y'all got these little, oh, honey, this is a mess. So they're talking about Don and they're talking about the gym that he's opening, right? So Ryan is like, so do I need to hire some more people? Now they don't work in this shop. Child, you should have been hired some more people. We all knew that Don and Phor were no longer working in this shop. So Don is like, I'm back and forth. Don, stop it. Don, and what did you do there anyway? Y'all know what? Don gives me Teddy of Black Ink New York. It just seems like he just sits down on the couch and just looks at all the fine women that come through, with the exception of Ashley busting through the door at any given moment. Cause baby Ashley gonna bust through if she don't do nothing else. So he said, before his health scare, he was working on getting his gym open, but now that he's good, he's back to the grind. So they started chopping it up a little bit about Phor's girlfriend being pregnant or whatever she is to him, child. I'm just gonna give her the respect of calling her his girlfriend. And Ryan is like, the worst thing I did was not be there for Rachel 100% during her pregnancy. Well, honey, after either. When did you give her 100%? That's what we all trying to figure out. Child, Rachel was right to get out when she did, honey. So he's telling Phor he doesn't want him to make the same mistakes. Okay. So Don has this bright idea to throw Phor a dadchelor party. He don't even like the girl that he getting pregnant, honey. He don't even want to be a daddy. So, he don't deserve no party right now. And according to Nina, he already having dadchelor parties every night till 3 a.m. But go on, set yourself off, child. He's like, Phor, I think this is going to be real good for you. Not y'all celebrating him being a deadbeat. But okay, child. Anywho, so Ryan is telling them that he met with Anthony. And Phor is like, we became cool with him because of you. So it kind of put us in a bad spot. And I feel bad for him because it's like, listen, my friend is doing this to me and he was really going through it. Well, I wish you had the same compassion for your child's mother this way. Don was like, well, if you intentionally apologize, that's all you can do. Child, they ain't gonna hold Ryan accountable. Moving forward. Ryan wants somebody to give him a pat on the back for doing the right thing. Boy, gone. In the next scene, Charmaine FaceTimes Kitty, and Charmaine is telling her that her dad doesn't, recognize her. So they start talking about Second City Inc., and Kitty told her that she's been meeting with people. Here goes Charmaine. I'm the only one picking people. I'm picking people. Because Jess got her role confused. She thought she was the owner and the manager and the boss and everything all rolled into one. So she was a little bit confused as to what her role was. Well, honey, right now, Charmaine, you don't have the emotional bandwidth to do that. Okay? You need to be making money in that shop. So let her vet them. Okay, how about we let her vet them and then give you the final approval? How about we do that? Because that place is a ghost town right now, honey. Y'all need to get it together. Charmaine, also, honey, the angle of this FaceTime, it ain't right. It ain't right. Back up from the camera just a little bit. Child, that FaceTime will humble you. Do y'all hear me? So she's telling Kitty, I have my role and you have yours as a brand manager and a brand ambassador. Child, a brand ambassador can work on Instagram. We don't have to be in the same city. Not a brand ambassador. Kitty, is that what you're traveling down to Black Ink to do? Girl, goodbye. Child, Kitty gonna find a way to be on Black Ink Crew something if it kills her, okay? If she don't do nothing else. Because let me tell y'all something. It could be Black Ink Crew Arkansas. She gonna go on down to Arkansas and start saying, well, they said they wanted me down here. So I said, yes, of course Kitty can help you. Baby, Kitty gonna find a job. Do y'all hear me? So Kitty said, well, I should tell you, I spoke with Drea and I told her she can come back. Now, she should have ran that past Charmaine first because y'all know Drea and Charmaine, they weren't on the best of terms. So Charmaine said, she is a good artist, don't get me wrong, but we had some misunderstandings in the past. So then Kitty tells Charmaine that Drea felt like she wasn't as invested in her shop as she should be. So Charmaine said, nobody could tell me I wasn't invested in my shop when my mom died and I was pregnant. Charmaine has been through so much. Child, it's like I just want to give her a hug. I feel so bad for her because she has literally been going through it these past 2 years. Like, it's only so much one person can take, and she doesn't have any siblings. So for her, it's all on her, which is why she needs to delegate some of these tasks to other people. Like, let somebody help you, girl. Let them help you. So anywho, Charmaine doesn't like that Kitty took it upon herself to invite Drea back. She doesn't want another Jess, right? So she tells Kitty to tell Drea to stop by so they can talk. So Kitty is like, okay, but if you ever get overwhelmed, I'm here. So then in Kitty's confessional, she was like, Charmaine is kidding herself if she thinks she can do everything alone. And I mean, I have to agree, especially now with a young child and her dad's health is failing. Like, you're going to need some help. Moving forward. It's the day of Phor's bachelor party. Any excuse to get together and drink, child. And he got this crown cocked to the side. I'm like, child, you can take that crown off until you treat the woman that's carrying your child like a queen. We will not be referring to you as a king, honey. So you can take the crown off. Okay. Don is giving a toast and a speech about holding each other accountable, which is good. I just hope that Phor takes his advice. Ashley is up to her old tricks again. She about to pull up on Don and pop out at the party. We pop out at your party. Baby, Ashley gonna pull up and pop out no matter what. Do y'all hear me? She don't care what's going on. She's coming. She gonna pop out at that bachelor party like, surprise. Honey, Ashley a fool. So she feels like it's only right for her and Nina to come because they came to the baby shower. No, you just want to see what Dawn is doing. Charlene, you ain't fooling me. So in the car, they start talking about Phor and her mom not having a relationship. And Nina was telling her that they had an argument. She told her mom, and Ma Dukes went off and called him everything but a child of God. And since that happened, they don't have a relationship anymore. That's why you don't tell your mama. You don't tell them everything, okay? Because look, you pregnant. Now mama's still mad. Okay, granted, Phor don't treat you worth a hill of beans. But once you tell people stuff, they take that and they keep it. So now it's hard to come back from it. Now, your mama was saying some pretty disrespectful things to this man that she doesn't know. But that's neither here nor there, because I'm going to ride for mine. So if you tell me something, like, I might not forget it, especially if you're my child. So Ashley is telling Nina, just try to get them together before the baby is born, because then it's issues at the birth. And I was thinking about that, and family tends to act civil at the birth of babies. It's going to be awkward AF, and you don't need that stress on your day. So I guess you can get them together, but child, it's going to be a mess either way. Moving forward, the men are still at the party, partying it up, trying to prep for, and they're doing these baby shower games, which was good. At least they're sticking with the theme. Phor almost killed this baby, honey. Had the car seat turned all backwards. Baby gonna flip out and hit his head on the concrete. But other than that, they look like they're having a good time. So they pull up, right? Phor is looking disappointed as hell. Do y'all hear me? So Dawn gonna say, my baby won't let me have one thing. She sure won't. Baby Ashley say no. We're a couple. We're a married couple, honey. We are one. Whatever you do, I do. So Ashley is like, I expect to see strippers. I wouldn't have been mad. I would have thrown some ones. She's like, I'm not the jealous type no more. That's the past. So then she throws these dollars up in the air and Ryan starts shuffling his feet. I'm like, better be careful, Dawn. You know how Ryan like to do. Child, I wouldn't trust him around nobody I'm affiliated with. Do y'all hear me? She was like, yeah, I was expecting a lap dance. Maybe 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ashley, you're putting on. Okay? You're still the same jealous Ashley you were when we first met you, when you was kicking the doors in, when Dawn was messing around with Charmaine. You're still that Ashley. So over on the side, Phor is over there talking to Nina. He was like, you don't just pop up. He does not like this young lady. He doesn't like her. So Phor tells her, look, I just wanted to tell you this. I don't know if I told you this or not, but I'm going to be in the room. Well, honey, I'm glad you're doing her a favor. She's like, oh, I thought I was going to have to call my mama. Listen to how crazy this sounds. Just listen. Nina, I want you to look at this and see how crazy it sounds, sweetheart. So he doesn't want to be in the room with her mom. You didn't want to be in the room with her either. Child, okay. Child, let's just keep going. So he tells her, look, I was cool with your mom until she disrespected me and made me feel like less of a man. And for that, I don't want to have anything to do with her. So then Nina tells him, I think you two should sit down and try to hash things out. He's like, yeah, from me to you, I'll do that just because, it'll make you happy. But I really don't want to. She's like, thank you. I appreciate it. Oh, child, she better than me. In the next scene, Drea goes to see Charmaine. She tells her that she had a lot going on, so she made a lot of mistakes, and she needs to focus on her shop more. So Drea was like, yeah, I'm considering coming back, but I want to make sure that things are straight. So she asked Charmaine, she said, look, if you would allow me, okay, I'm asking for your blessing. I would like to assume more responsibility because I don't want you thinking I'm trying to be the boss. I don't even like the word boss. So Charmaine was like, I like the word boss, especially when it has to do with me. Oh, Charmaine, cut it out, honey. Don't forget where you came from. Okay, twerking in the shop, trying to figure out how you was gonna pay the bills. Girl, goodbye. Moving forward. They hashed it out, and I think Drea came in really respectfully, and then the two were able to come to an agreement. In the next scene, Ryan is doing his obligatory tat, okay, because y'all know they got to do some kind of tattoo. And this is the thing. At least Ryan still does tattoos, because C's got bigger than the shop. He doesn't do tattoos. You never really see him in the shop. He just pops up with these sunglasses and them ashy lips talking. Child, y'all know how Caesar do. I know Caesar has several shops, but I like seeing them actually tattoo. Like, I want to get back to when they would have customers in the shop and then things would be happening. Like, they've gotten too far removed from that. So basically it's just a bunch of people who know how to tattoo, but they're like doing separate things. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. In the final scene, Nina and her mom, Jean, they're getting pedicures, right? She was like, look, I had 8 kids, 7 girls, 1 son. Well, mama, you look good for 8 kids. So she's telling her that her intuition will kick in when she has her baby. And she was like, look, I was just keeping it real as far as Phor was concerned. So Phor comes in like he ain't got no home training, hoodie on his head, didn't even really greet Nina. I'm like, take your hoodie off around this girl's mama. Like, is this how Chicago men are? Comment down below if you're from Chicago and you can tell me if Chicago men behave in this manner. So Phor is talking to Mama Jean and he's telling her, look, I know you want to protect your daughter, but you downgraded my character to something that I'm not. And if it came from a stranger, I wouldn't care, but it came from you and you're her mom, so it really kind of hurt me. So she's like, I know it came out in a negative way, but it wasn't from a place of malice. Well, what was it from a place of? Your daughter was feeding you exactly what was happening, and you were defending her, but you got disrespectful. And I mean, you need to own that. So she said, I don't want to belittle you as a man. The only thing that I want to know is where do y'all stand? He mad she pregnant, so he nitpicking everything she does. That's where they stand, honey. Just so we're clear. So Nina said, what I want and what I see are two different things. She's like, I want to be together under the same roof. And he's like, I put things on hold because I don't want to hate her or have her hate me because we clash and then the baby can feel the stress. Phor just still want to be in these streets. Do y'all hear me? He's for the streets. All I hear are excuses. Okay, I hope he knows Nina doesn't look happy, so him avoiding tough subjects is doing more harm than good. You're still stressing her out. Like, she can't even put her edges down. Her edges are not slicked because you're getting on her nerves. And she wants to have a relationship with this pandemic man that fell off in her DMs, and you're not budging. Like, it's making absolutely no sense. You just agreed to be in the delivery room. Child, a fool. So she's like, I am not controlling, because he was like, and she can be a little controlling as well. She's like, I'm controlling because I want a structured, normal life. He's like, I'm not afraid of structure. He's not. Okay. With the right person, he isn't afraid. You are just not his person. Oh, this is just tragic. But y'all rushed into things without even knowing each other. Now you're in each other's lives no matter what. This is going to be a fool. So they're hurling insults at each other, and she's saying she just wants structure. He's saying she's controlling. Then he's like, it's so much I could say about you. She's like, it's so much I could say about you. Well, honey, you pretty much said it by saying that. So these two are clearly not on the same page. Phor is not ready for anything serious. She's ready to get married. And honey, it's not happening, and your mama ain't making it no better. And he should have stayed out of her DMs. And honey, that was the end of the episode. Then his disrespectful behind gets up and walks out with the hoodie still on his head. And all I want to know from this entire scene is who paid for Phor's pedicure. Honey, that's all I need to know. And that was the end of the episode, y'all. That pretty much sums up this episode of Black Ink Crew Chicago. Y'all comment down below and tell me, do you think Phor likes Nina? Do you feel like Ryan's apology would have flew if it were you? And it's ironic that Don is now the most stand-up guy on the cast. Don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I will see you in the next one. And as always, stay safe, stay blessed, spread love, not germs. Peace.